Hello and welcome to Vegetology. Today I'm here with Matt and we are going to be making chocolate and coconut truffles.
Yes,
We are.
we are.
These are
Bring it on.
good. These are brilliant for a gift or after your big meal with a cup of coffee. I would quite like to receive some as a gift.
Would you?
Yes,
I just want to eat them. I don't care how they come.
So they wouldn't even make it out of your house?
Yeah, no.
So for the inside of our chocolate and coconut truffle, we're going to be using creamed coconut. This is vegan. It's great. It's a block of creamed coconut. They're 200 grams a block and we're going to be using 240 grams. Hence why I have this little bit out here. So Matt, if you can take that one out of the packet and just chop it up into slightly smaller pieces because we're going to be putting it into our pan on the hob to melt. The thing that you need to remember about creamed coconut block is when it goes on the hob, it will burn really, really quickly.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you to keep stirring it because if you don't, you'll see it start to go brown and burn pretty much straight away. So whilst Matt is doing that, I've got here 300 grams of vegan chocolate. The brand that I'm using is NOMO, stands for No More Missing Out. I've tried loads of different ones and I really like this one. So I've got 300 grams of it here. Okay, so if you want to pop that in there and pop it on the hob, I'm going to put the chocolate into a separate bowl and I'm just going to break it up. If you buy bars of chocolate that are quite big pieces, I would chop it up into smaller chunks. Think like buttons size is the size you're going for.
And for those of you outside of the UK, buttons, you're missing out. I'm just saying.
It's just a nice chocolate. So,
You want me to put this on here?
yes, please. So the one closest to you is this front one, but you will need to keep stirring.
I'm good at
So
stirring.
pop it on low, that's not on. There we go, now it's on.
Okay.
So I'm going to pop my chocolate into the bowl. I've got 300 grams of it. And once Matt has got that coconut block all melted, we're going to pour it over our chocolate. Okay, so Matt has expertly melted down our creamed coconut here. It's not burnt. 10 out of 10 marks.
Is that why I'm on this video?
Yes, because
Okay.
I knew you'd be able to do that so well. So if you can now pour that over the chocolate.
You
that
trust
would
me
be
to
great.
do that?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Going up in the world.
So obviously our creamed coconut has melted and is hot, and we're going to use the heat from the coconut to melt the chocolate. So it'll take a minute or two. I tend to leave it just to soften the chocolate, and then we're going to mix it until it's smooth and the no lumps are left. Can I have that wooden spoon? Thank you. Okay, so you can see already it's starting to melt the chocolate. So you can just give it a minute, let it melt as much as it can just from the heat of the cream, and then we're going to stir it until it's completely melted. You can do that.
Expertly, yeah.
So once this has completely melted, you're going to want to set it aside for about an hour or two.
I'm going to want to get a straw and drink it.
Please don't. Otherwise there'll be nothing to show how to finish the truffles off. So give it about an hour or two, just leave it somewhere cool. In the fridge will set solid, you won't be able to roll them. Whereas if we just leave it until we can roll it with spoons, we'll be able to then dip them in some chocolate coconut and sprinkle some desiccated coconut on top. So this is nearly smooth now, so Matt's going to carry on mixing until it's completely smooth, and then we'll come back in about an hour or two.
Legend.
Okay, so this is our coconut and chocolate vegan truffle. It's been sitting out now for about 2 hours, so it is really quite set. You can see that. It's really quite set. So that's perfect. That's how we want it. If I can just, perfect. So we're going to roll this into balls. Now, if you either have really hot hands or sticky hands, you can get a bit of cocoa powder and just dust them on your hands first, and it'll stop the truffle from sticking to your hands as much.
Okay.
We're not going to do that because we're going to work at such fast speed that they're not going to stick to our hands. So
Is that what's going to happen?
yes,
I think you overestimate.
all you're going to do is you're going to take like a large teaspoon, take it off, give it a quick roll, straight onto the baking paper. Okay, so you can literally cut yourself off a section, roll it really quickly in your hands. Now these want to go into the fridge, either in the fridge for like half an hour, or you can put them in the freezer for 10 minutes if you want to. And then when you take them out, they'll be ready for us to dip in the chocolate and coconut. So we'll see you back here in about 20 minutes. Hi, welcome back.
Hi.
Don't know where you went. So we are going to do the final part of our truffles. So I was going to put them in the fridge for 20 minutes. They've actually been in the freezer for about 10 minutes.
Because we want to get it done quickly.
Because we want to get it done, yeah. So I've got 300 grams of melted vegan chocolate. It's the same chocolate that I used earlier, the Nomo brand, No More Missing Out. It's really nice. So we've got 300 grams melted, and then if you can dig out a teaspoon of coconut oil for me, Matt, and add that in and mix it until it's melted.
Like a proper full-on teaspoon?
No, that's plenty.
Is that enough?
That's good.
Okay.
And pop that in, and now give it a good mix until it's all melted in.
Okay.
The reason that we add coconut oil isn't just for flavour, it's also to add a little bit of shine.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit of gloss.
Exactly, a little bit of gloss. And here I've got about 25 to 30 grams of desiccated coconut. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab the truffles out of the freezer. We're going to dip them in our chocolate using 2 spoons or 2 forks, whatever you prefer. Take them out.
I'm just going to use your hands now.
No.
Okay.
Just, we want to be clean, you know. Keep it clean. So we're going to dip them in, pop them back on our baking paper, and then we're going to sprinkle some desiccated coconut on top. If you want to take this slightly further, you can toast your coconut in a dry frying pan for a couple of minutes until it's got a nice golden colour on it, and that also tastes delicious. So that looks like it's pretty much melted, so if you can grab that spoon out of it as well, because we'll use them to dip, and I'll grab the truffles.
Look at this, ambidextrous. Who said men can't multitask?
So I'd like to point out that our truffles are slightly different shapes. So you don't have to make yours different shapes. It's just that
Matt was involved.
Rolled some of them. And maybe I rolled some of them, and maybe we both did a few different sizes. So
We have different rolling techniques.
We do. So let's get this out onto the table here. So we've got maximum space. So all you're going to do is you're going to take a truffle, dip it in, use your 2 spoons to take it out. I tend to take off any excess. Just pop it down on your baking paper. A little bit of desiccated coconut. It's beautiful.
That looks
Want to have a go? They set quite fast, so you need
I've
to
got to-
work with some speed.
Okay, I don't know about that.
And then put it onto 1 spoon and wipe off the bottom. That's it, and pop it up.
Ooh. Yeah, that's
I'll finish that.
Shall I do the coconut?
Yes, let's switch sides. You can coconut and I'll dip.
We've definitely got our strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah. It's always good to play to your strengths.
Yeah. You're a professional.
I've had some practice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've just rolled all of our chocolate truffles and we've still got a bit of chocolate left in our bowl. I'm going to guesstimate there's about 70 grams in there. But as Matt's just pointed out to me, we don't want it to go to waste.
No.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make a bit of chocolate bark.
Chocolate bark.
So it's like a chocolate bar and you can add whatever you want onto it. So we're just going to pour the remaining chocolate onto a piece of baking paper so that it comes off really easily and we can snap it into shards.
Okay, see, that looks good.
Spread it a little bit so it's not so thick. Now you can add in whatever you like. Okay, let's just get these bits off. So we've got, from some of our other recipes, we've got some cranberries.
Oh, Cranberries and
toasted
chocolate.
almonds.
Oh,
And we've got some raisins as well. And all we're going to do is, while the chocolate is still semi-soft, just scatter them on. I'm going to pop it in the fridge for about 20 minutes. A little bit of coconut.
because why not?
Why not indeed? And then once this is set, you can snap that up into shards.
Fantastic.
Add it into your gift bag with your truffles. Pop it to your uncle.
Leftovers.
Pop it in
I've
the fridge.
never looked so good.
So here me and Matt have now dipped and sprinkled all of our vegan chocolate coconut truffles, and you could either just pop them in a bowl and have them, it's not quite set, you might want to pop them in the fridge for 10 minutes until they are fully set, but you could offer these around after dinner, you could give them in a nice gift box, you could pop them, you could fill that gift box, put a little tag in saying Happy Christmas, happy whatever, close it up. How happy would you be to receive that?
Stoked. Genuinely
look.
stoked.
One of the really big truffles is too big, the gift box doesn't even shut. So you might want to check that on your packaging.
Yes.
So there we can have them gift wrapped, you could give them out for coffee, or you could just enjoy them. But they are our vegan chocolate and coconut truffles.
I'm just gonna, you know what?
Just try one. They're
They
good.
are so good. It's ridiculous how good they are.